Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ango, and today we have a big news video. Just really quickly, I am using a different microphone for this as I'm not at my typical setup, but I will be back to my normal audio quality tomorrow. So yeah, just letting you guys know that ahead of time, just in case you're wondering. So today we actually have quite a bit to talk about. We're going to talk about Logan Paul. We have an injury update. Also, Impact Wrestling has let go of another talent. And yes, we are going to talk about Sasha Banks and her AEW teases. If you guys want more videos like this, go ahead and click that subscribe button. So yeah, I actually really want to kick things off with Logan Paul. Truth be told, I find this to be extremely interesting because Logan Paul, you know, it's kind of come out on social media that he hurt himself halfway through the match. He finished the match while being injured. There's talks of like a torn meniscus, MCL, potentially ACL. Well, now, earlier this morning, Logan Paul actually went to social media. He provided a new update on his Instagram stories. He shared a video of him exercising his legs, appearing to move his reported injury right leg more gingerly than his left. He also said that he'll be back in no time, which obviously a lot of people have been wondering what's going to actually happen with Logan Paul, especially right now, because if it's an ACL injury, there is a lot of time to be taken off in that situation. Now, you got to remember that Logan Paul is under a multi-year contract with multiple matches. We don't exactly know how WWE plans to use Logan Paul in his contract, but you know, he's 3 matches in. This guy's absolutely killing it. He has become a very, very great performer for the WWE. I don't think there's anybody who seemed to argue that point. So here's what I think. If you're the WWE, I think you got to put Logan Paul in the Royal Rumble match. It's November 9th, 2022. I would put Logan Paul in the Royal Rumble. Get him a couple of eliminations, make him feel like he is actually a WWE superstar and not just this celebrity who is going to compete in big matches. I think if you have Logan Paul, if he has the ability to be cleared by then, where it appears that could very well be the case, I have Logan Paul go into the Royal Rumble. I'm not saying pull a, Kane or something like that and get like 13 eliminations, but I think if you put Logan Paul in this match, have him eliminate somebody and then use whoever he eliminates as a way to set up a WrestleMania program, I think WWE could be right on the money with this. Logan Paul, clearly a great wrestler. And the guy oozes charisma. I mean, really, that's just what it comes down to. I know a lot of people, sometimes they just look at the wrestling aspect, but this guy's got the personality. He's really good for this. He's fit for this. I want to see more Logan Paul matches, and I think if he is cleared in time for the Royal Rumble, which, with a torn meniscus, MCL, with those kind of injuries, it could very well be possible. So if Logan Paul's back in time for the Royal Rumble, keep him until then. I'm excited about it. I want to see Logan Paul more in WWE. What do you guys think? All right, guys, and we got to talk about Lady Frost. Yes, Impact Wrestling has officially confirmed the release for Lady Frost. If you guys don't remember, we made a video talking about the drama. Fightful Select came out today and reported that Impact Wrestling has officially let her go from the company. There was a lot of drama there. And, my biggest thing that I kind of talked about in previous videos were, hey, Impact Wrestling has a good product. Don't let this type of news cloud the judgment of wrestling fans. Because I think when there's a lot of negativity from a backstage standpoint, and we're starting to see this with AEW, when there's negativity surrounding the product or surrounding the backstage, I think it takes the company to a level where fans get annoyed. And Impact Wrestling is not as large as they should be or as large as they could be. In fact, I would go as far as saying, Impact Wrestling has good booking. They have great matches. They're doing all the right stuff from a television standpoint, but they're not on a large network. They don't really have a chance to compete with AEW or WWE. The best thing they can do is try to make sure that backstage environment is as good as possible. And while it has been a couple months since the initial request, Impact Wrestling has finally done it, and Lady Frost will be able to go wherever she pleases. I think she's a great talent. I don't really know what to expect in terms of her, competing in AEW or WWE or NXT, if those are even options on the table. But if they are options on the table, I think she's a hell of a talent, and I think she'll be pretty successful wherever she goes. It's going to be really interesting to see what does transpire out of this, because again, Impact Wrestling is a smaller company. I understand a lot of people may not be paying attention to it, but at the same time, talent can get you pretty damn far. And, hopefully Impact Wrestling can avoid things like this in the future. That's what I would think. And guys, it is time for our final subject of today's video, Sasha Banks. Yeah, so this is really crazy. Sasha Banks is teasing an AEW debut. Now, on November 4th, she tweeted out something about, or she posted an Instagram story about having a wig maker, somebody that can help her out, something that she needed for today. And fast forward a week, now she's on her stories again, posting images that tease an AEW debut. Keep in mind, AEW Dynamite is taking place in Boston, and Mercedes Varnado is teasing her AEW debut. And trust me when I tell you guys, everybody on Twitter is talking about this, but I think she is just absolutely working the fans. I would go on record on this video and say the likelihood of Sasha Banks showing up on AEW Dynamite tonight on November 9th is probably a 0% chance. I don't think it's possible, and here's why. Obviously, WWE has never confirmed that Sasha Banks is signed to WWE. However, we saw previous reports. Obviously, we've been following a lot of the talk surrounding Sasha Banks and Naomi. They were reportedly added internally into the roster sheet. If Sasha Banks is under contract with WWE, there is just no possible way that Sasha Banks could be in AEW. Now, granted, I'm not saying the dirt sheets are right, but there is a chance the dirt sheets could be wrong in this situation, but I just don't think it's likely. I think this is another situation of Sasha Banks understanding how wrestling fans on Twitter act, and I think this is her definitely taking advantage of that. Now, keep in mind, the reason why this is so prominent is because Tony Khan is playing into everything on social media, and he says that AEW Dynamite tonight is going to be a very newsworthy show. Now, there's a lot of reasons as to why it could be newsworthy, but the one thing I have to make very clear, there is pretty much no build for AEW Full Gear aside from MJF and Jon Moxley, which is great, by the way. But the pay-per-view is 2 weeks away. There's very little build. I'm assuming in this situation, the Elite are coming back. I'm going to assume that tonight's newsworthy topic that everybody will be talking about is the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega's return. But of course, Tony Khan tweeting this out, Sasha Banks playing with social media, everybody thinks it's going to happen. Now, if you guys follow me on Twitter, and yes, now I am verified, you guys should know that I love being very cryptic on social media and teasing things and stuff like that. If you follow me there, so we'll see what happens. But I'll give you guys my reactions live on social media and plus our Discord. So if you guys aren't following me there, make sure you guys check it out down below.